Yo, what's going on, guys? Smitty here, Mains and Crosses. Today is brought to you by this I said coconut. This pineapple. Pretty dope stuff. I love it. So, how is everybody doing? Boop, 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 boop. Boom. Check it out. So, that being said, guys, I hope everybody's having a great day. God, we're like, what? Day 4 of the super quarantine. I hope everybody's out there being safe. You guys just seen my video about those investment guys. If you need anything from us, and we do have stuff for you. Please hit us up. Lately it's been not about tennis, and I feel like everybody's like dying for tennis stuff and stuff like that. And sometimes we just need to relax. Maybe this is a good time to just hang out and be like this pineapple. So. What's going on? Tell me. You know what? I haven't really been watching any YouTube or something. I've just been on the stock market. I've been on this business run for a while. You guys have seen my 2 videos that I post. Usually I don't do that, but I post 2 kind of a video on Instagram on how I invest, how I bought this nice, beautiful pineapple. And if you don't know how to cut this up, then you're not a man. Until you are sufficient to cut this damn pineapple, you are not a man. I am not a man because I let my wife do it. I don't know how to do this thing. Anyway, I'm going to leave this pineapple alone, right? Shout out to the pineapple. Guys, it's been such a crazy, crazy time. It was great weather here in D.C. Where's your... So we are based in D.C. We're in D.C. We're in like Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia. It's kind of like they call the DMV, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, metro area. So, did we have any tennis stuff today? No, we did play tennis outside, and basically, I tried out my new racket with this, well, not my new racket, my current racket with the new Confidential. You know what? I can string this up a little tighter. I've realized with this string versus other ones that I can string this a little more tighter. It has a lot of it's a lot of power. However, it's a solid control feel. If you like dead feeling strings, something that's control oriented, but you could like have extra power that you might. Because usually I string at 52 with a lot of stuff. Luxilon, RPM Blast Power, RPM Blast. I used 52 and it felt great, and in the breaking period is really good. However, I strung 52 on this, and I just wasn't getting the right right vibe. So definitely something to look forward to. I think the Confidential is a really, really great string to test it out. I would bump it up maybe 4 pounds, 2 to 4 pounds maybe. So if you string it at 52, you can definitely do 54, 55, 56 maybe. And because right now I just felt like there was a lot of power. And I came from the Bobble Out RPM Power, and I had a 52. It played perfectly. So this one, I feel like I was still making it fly a little bit. So type of string bend, not a problem. Guys, do you guys know anything about this dampener? It's the Kimoni dampener. I love this. And like I said, how I train myself for my bigger forearm, besides being bomb, I would hold a pineapple, and it's called a pineapple challenge. How long you can hold a pineapple. So, and if you drop it, hopefully you don't break it. But you can train yourself during the downtime. Guys, what are you guys doing? I'm here for you guys. I know this is stupid. Some of you guys haven't even been on my thing before. Let me wave to you. Some of you guys aren't even my regulars, but I appreciate you stopping on in. You gotta be bored out of your mind. I think everybody's bored because everybody's home. You're cooking the same food. You're eating frozen pizza. Unlike me, we made our own spring rolls today. Well, not spring rolls. Fried egg rolls. There's no eggs in there, but we fried them anyway. So that was something we did later this evening because we ball like that. However, this morning, I made those 2 videos. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So I'm starting a new series. I bet everybody's home, and see if you have some money left over, you could be like, hey, what am I gonna do with this, man? My job is, man, do I file unemployment? I don't have a job. I'm not going to school. There's no money. I'm here to trade secrets. Hey. There we go. Coach T is always down for the crazy. So let me ask Mr. Pineapple. Hey, Mr. Pineapple, what do you wanna hear about today? Oh, today I made like $500 just doing what I do and just investing smart. How is that possible? Well, it's possible because the market is so volatile right now. It's going up and down all over the places. You can make all sorts of money. Like, really? But people people said the stock market's like gambling. True, it's almost like gambling, but at the same time, you can put your input. Unlike sport betting or card games, it's up to you and the dealer. You can kind of pick out situations here and there. However, with stocks, once you go into it, you can make your own decision. Do I want to sell? Do I want to buy? There's certain things that make it not, like this pineapple. On the outside, it might look rough, but on the inside, so nice and juicy. So, something to think about. So, investment. So, with people with all the money, now that people are not stringing rackets, people aren't doing stuff like that. What are you doing? What are you doing, Smitty? How are you making money? How are you surviving? Smitty, we do what we do. So when money's not made at the salon, right? That's one of my sources. I'm a hairstylist, a barber. Go follow me, the Smitty. T.H.E_Smitty is my barber and hairstylist page. I cut hair. So when that's not happening, which is definitely not happening right now, mall's closed. I'm unemployed until the end of the month. Number 2, I string rackets. This is what we do. This is basically 50% of my how I make my money, my profits and stuff like that. So give it all to this. Mains and crosses. What do? We consult. We sell strings. We help you guys program certain situations. We help you guys on machine sales, racket sales, stuff like that. I kind of help you to invest. So last year, if you guys are new, last year what we did was we tried to empower you with the whole string. Like we told you how important one of these machines is and how important it is. Oh, time out. Since the Miami Open's not going on and stuff like that, I'm not gonna spend money on a machine that I possibly might not use this season. And if I was you, how do you get into string? Crazy. So I started out when I was in high school. I played in high school. I knew I sucked instantly, but I enjoyed the whole tennis thing. I enjoyed the racket, and I enjoyed making money. I was always an entrepreneur growing up. I always knew I sold. When eBay came out, I sold stuff on eBay. Since I was a kid. That was like old as hell, like over 20 plus years ago. I didn't even have an account. I made a fake account. Like I was like 13, 14, 15. I was flipping stuff. So I was selling eBay, stringing. I knew that I sucked playing tennis, but I enjoyed it. I knew that I was a better stringer, and I knew that there was money to be made. Because like I remember my friend Brent would go, "Well, I'll go get my racket strung. I don't want to go that far." I said, "Hey, give me $10. I'll do it for you. I have a machine." So I didn't even know how to string a racket. So back then, like 2003, 2004, unless you knew somebody, you didn't. So I bought a string machine. Oh, messed up horribly. I gave it to him. He played with it. Like, oh, whatever. He's a kid. However, since then, I kind of knew how to string the rackets, and you get better over time. And I'm still trying to get better now. It's not a ending game. It's always something new. There's always new string patterns, new strings, stuff like that to incorporate with the string. I mean, usually the basics is the basic, the bread and butters. However, I think it's like skiing. It's easy to learn, but hard to master type thing. So one of the, it's a progress. So that's how I started out. Made my business when I got in the military, 2012. So since 2012, I started my IG account. Go back. Oh, you can't go back now, but just believe me. I started around 2012, and I started doing contests like this, teaching people how to string, showing people the other side of the string world, which is just a racket. People do a lot of videos and stuff like that. I just do straight up rackets. I was taking pictures of rackets, and that's how we became to be. And then after that, we started teaching how to string, and then selling strings online and stuff like that. We got connected with a bunch of other major brands, and we start building our thing. And now we have a YouTube channel, we have a podcast channel, we got Instagram, we got everything right now. So, and now I'm done with that. I felt that was so 2000, like that's so like last decade. So for 2020, even though it's going like shit right now, I feel like I think it's great. I think this is the greatest thing that happened to man. Like this virus, hopefully I don't get it. But if I do get it, I hope I don't get it. Like I said, it's a blessing in disguise. It's like a disaster in disguise of a blessing, or a blessing disguised in a disaster. Because this resets the whole world. I feel like now you get to be home with your family, be people that you care about. And maybe you're your roommate, and you don't care about them, you want to kill them. I'm sorry. But at the same time, it kind of slows you down, make you kind of realize like, hey, life is short, man. People are dying left and right. What's important? And I know I've been doing a lot of finance stuff. However, money is important. I feel like those who say money is not important never had any. I just feel like, all right, people can say that, well, if you never had $1 billion, then same thing, I never had $1 billion, but I can say like, I bet that life sucks. Anybody can say that, in hindsight. But once you get there, you know how hard you struggled and all the process. Same thing with the string. Before I can get even like 9,000 followers, people who were here since day one, I was doing like my 5K. Or like my 4K, 3K. Now it's 9. I haven't hit 10,000 yet. I don't know why. But maybe this will flip me up to the next side. we gotta progress in life. I feel like money is a good thing to have on top of other things. You know, this helps you. This is like the icing on the cake. You know, you have your family, you got your work, you got this, and then you got the money. And once you got those couple things, you're set. You know, you don't need too much of it. You just want to be comfortable. We're comfortable. Like for me, having an extra $1,000, I'm not trying to be like a millionaire or whatever like that. However, if it gets there, it's great. However, was it Biggie or Puff Daddy? Well, more money, more problem. Remember? No one they want from me. But the more money we come across, the more problems we see. You like that? You like that? But yeah, more money, more problems. So I'm not saying however, I'd rather have some problems. I really wish there was I had more problems. There we go. That being said, so now this decade I want to deal with tennis and finance. I feel like that's the next step. I already taught you what I needed to teach you how to string and stuff again. I feel like there's so many great resources online. There's great forums, there's great people. Some people can teach you how to string. There's way more information out there than there ever was. However, you know what they don't have information of? Hey, once the stringing business, like Smitty, you said that stringing is recession free. I did say that. And it still can be good. Like 2-3 weeks ago, people are always gonna string, and like now, like there's no work. Well, true, sometimes that happens. However, there's gonna be a day where people are at home going crazy, like I want my racket strung, and then they're talking to pineapples, like, hey pineapple, I want to go play tennis, and like, oh my racket's broke, oh my racket string's broken, I need to go to Main and Cross. Like, well, go to Main and Crosses. Main and Crosses give you strings, which is crazy because pineapple's usually from tropic places, and they don't sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But people are gonna have to come out and get the racket strung eventually. So stay tuned for that. However, what am I doing to make my money in this downtime? A lot of people are like, oh, let me go file for unemployment. I mean, if obviously there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, I advise you to go sign for unemployment. If you work a full-time job and you got laid off or hours cut, please go to your respective state and website and just sign up for unemployment. It's not going to affect your credit score. It's not going to affect anything to you. However, it's going to affect your company. So, I mean, some people are like, well, if I do this, my company's going to lose money and I might get fired. That could be, but then you can sue them back. But anyway, the program's there for you because you're unemployed. That's free money. You don't have to pay it back. So read up on that. I'll let you make your own decision. However, I think that's a great thing to do. Don't feel like you're taking money or stealing money or whatever, even as much as small as you need. Trust me, this is the time that everybody needs unemployment, right? Anyway, that being said, how we are investing our money. I've, on top of the nice tax return and some stuff that I saved up, we were able to have some money to play with. And when I say play, that's almost how you got to think about it. You can't take it too seriously because that can lead to like stress, and then you're stress betting or stress, now you're doing it out of emotions versus research. So for me, I'm a numbers person. As much as you guys see me on this Instagram page, I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I'm having numbers, I'm having facts to back up my thesis or whatever, my things that I think. But like I said, I'm not in a financial advisor, so please don't listen to me. I just use this as a train of thought. Robinhood is something I got on maybe about a month ago. And what I've been doing? You guys see that videos I've been doing about credit cards and stuff like that? In those videos, when you watch YouTube, they have an algorithm. You're watching finance stuff, and all of a sudden it comes to the thing. I think I let one of the videos go on for too long and start talking about stocks and the stock market. Like, why the hell am I reading about the stock markets and stuff like that? But then I got interested because obviously I was trying to do that credit card thing for the business, with the tennis business, making money. However, this popped up with Robinhood and how to invest, stuff like that. So I clicked it, clickbait, got me. So I was reading into it. I was like, dude, this is great. This is a great app. Before, I would have to go online, go to Ameritrade, go to TD Trades or whatever, and use their thing. And Merrill Lynch, you got to have like a $10,000 account or some shit like that. And it charges you $7 per transaction. You can only do like 3 transactions a day. So all these rules and regulations. Robinhood made it very simple on this app. And I have 2 platforms. I think 3. I got this and like Thinking with Worms or something like that, and I got the Weeble. Thinking with Worms, I'm not doing that, but I'm doing Weeble for sure. And I feel like it was the easiest app. So I can describe how it is. I feel like I feel like Robinhood, if you like iOS, if you like Apple, it's very sleek. It's very like that. Very user-friendly, easy on the eye. Everything seems Apple about it. Webull seems more mathematical, more structured, more things to do. You can be more in-depth, like the Android system, like Samsung or Android platform. You can do certain tweaks that's a little better than Apple, in my opinion. So I feel like that aspect, a little more community, because there's a forum in Webull that you can talk and you can do the guest pattern and there's people live. However, those aren't expert, which sometimes I take a look. I do see what people are speculating, and that's a huge word. When you start talking about the market, speculation is a huge word, and I feel like everybody uses that just to be smart, but like you're speculating that this is gonna be well. And the one rule that I learned in the stock market was, don't get too greedy and do not speculate too much. Talk about facts. Facts. We are probably going to a recession. This is the first week. Things are going to shit. Stocks are going up and down. Business are going up and down. Nobody's going out. So fuck the hotels. Nobody's partying. Fuck the casinos. Nobody's going on a cruise ship. Fuck that. Spring break. Fuck that. I think there's people are in Miami still doing it. Hey, power to you. Everything sucks right now. That means everything's cut in half. When I said the world had a reset, it reset itself back. I think they said the loss is 9% in the whole market. Basically, that's almost the equivalent of the 10 to 15 years. So imagine going back 10 to 15 years ago, the stock market did a rewind. You basically have a second chance at your age to get onto the stock markets when you can. So those who are in their 30s, 25, 30s, even in your 20s, basically you're going back when your daddy was still, doing this thing. So I feel bad for. So what does it mean for the people who lose money? And you hear those stories like, oh my God, he lost all his money. He's killing himself. Hey, that shit could be true. Imagine you start gambling with people's money. Let's say you're a trader, investor, whatever, and a hedge fund manager. So basically, you take the money from people. Let's say, imagine everybody at Mains and Crosses, right? All my followers send me like $50, and like, hey, we can do a Mains and Crosses mutual fund, and I'm gonna invest your money. Look at all these stocks that I profit off of. Blah blah blah. You send me your money, and I'm fucking made off like a last minute. That's a scheme or a Ponzi scheme. That's stuff like that. So that's something you gotta worry about. Don't be too greedy in this market. However, I feel like everybody, you have a chance to mess up. Okay, let's say you drop $200. All right, I mean for some that's huge. For me, I think $200 is like $2. And why I say that is if I talk $1, I'm gonna be $1. If I talk $100, I'm gonna be $100. If I talk hundreds of thousands, you are what you talk about, right? I feel like that. If you're like, oh man, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. There's a fine line of being like modest and like keeping your ego down. But if you start acting and role playing those like millionaire, stuff, you're gonna be there one day. So that's how I'm thinking of this. Like, dude, when I buy stocks. So what I learned, my mistakes. All right, if you guys want to hear about the mistakes. Initially, a month ago or something, even before this, I had tried to invest before. What I did was buy too many things with little money. That was my issue. I feel like everybody's, penny stocks. I got $2 here. Let me get this $2 here. Get this here. I bought like 10 damn stocks. I'm like, yo, this is gonna make me some money. I'm investing, motherfucker. At the end of the day, I've realized now, and this is according to my wife. One day she was like, hey, what stock should we look at? She's like, just buy Tesla or Google or Amazon. Dude, it's like $1,000. It was like $500 a share. She's like, buy, how many are you buying? 4, 5, 6. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, buy it. Tesla was like at $350. Buy 10, 15 shares. Do what you do. And I was like, oh man, that's a little too much. She's like, you a bitch. You scared. And then guess what? I bought I bought three. I bought 3 Teslas. I was like, yeah, I got Tesla. I was like, oh, I made a profit of, a couple $100, $300, $400, $500. She's like, that's it? And I was like, yeah. She's like, well, you listened to my ass 2 weeks ago, not a week ago. Like, if you listened to me, you should have forget about all those other stocks and just invest in like 7 of those Teslas. You would have been up $1,000 already, just for one day. So I'm like, yeah. So that's what it means to me. If you have some investment, I would not buy multiple shares. That's the first rule. Don't buy too many things. Rule of thumb: if you have under 1,000, 1 or 2 stocks max. Under 1,000, 1 or 2 stocks max. You can buy multiple stocks of that once. You can buy multiple shares of that stock, but buy just one or 2 stocks because you're starting out fresh. You're starting out new. You can't. Your eyes aren't. Anybody seen Wolf of Wall Street? They were talking about boom, boom, boom. But the Wolf of Wall Street, it was a scene. It's Matthew McConaughey and Leonardo DiCaprio. They're like, I'm glad to be with you. I'm loving it. Boom, boom, boom. And they're actually talking about what we're talking about. The stock market, it's fucking just, it's out there. It's not real. It's fake money, which is true. So he was talking about like, hey, you want, you treat the same thing. Like you always want people to keep on investing, which is true. Like it looks like a scheme, and you've seen how bad that can be. However, I feel like that's an important scene. Like he was talking about cocaine. He was doing lines off like right in the fucking restaurant. And true, like for me, I don't need drugs, but I'm just always I see things. I see numbers. I see things, in my opinion, faster than others. I mean, for real. I mean, I'm not even trying to psych myself. I'm on this. My heart's boom, 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 boom. Some people need that cocaine, something, adrenaline to start seeing. Because these numbers, they're moving so fast. These small little digits, numbers, it drives you crazy. And actually, I feel like that calms me down. Because it's fast enough that I can move at a slower rate. And I feel like when I see these number moves, it makes me feel a little at ease. And I see click. And it's just like, hey, I did this at this point. Now let's change this. We gotta stop. We gotta go in, click, boom, boom, boom. Change this. And I'm changing 10 different things. I'm at that level now. But and I'm not even at 10 stocks. Usually I work around no more than 10. I'm just working around those 8 and just kind of working it, buying, selling. However, sometimes you can't, certain things you can't sell and trade on the same day on certain situations. That goes in the future. I'll let you guys know about that. However, it's very mathematical. There's always some math to it, and it's always average. Just think about average. I'm not trying to do this, and I'm not trying to do this. Just boom. I want to be average. I want to make some average prices. Average guess, normal guess. And those normal gets will get you to the next level. And I feel like those normal gets get you those, a couple $100 here and there until you strike big. And right now, the reason those average works out so well, because either it can drop or it can go above in 1 or 2 days. It's so volatile. It's so crazy right now. You can buy a stock. You can buy Tesla. They'll be down to $200, and then tomorrow it'll be up to like $7. Just like that. You don't know when. Like, it's just so crazy. So this is a perfect time to mess up. Like, you buy the wrong stock. Like, oh man, I got the wrong stock. Even at this point, everything's 50% off. Like, it can still go up. Even if you hold it, it's guaranteed to go up, just exponentially. Unless the company just went to shit. You bought yourself like gold digging booger stocks. However, let's say you bought Apple, you bought Starbucks, you bought something like that, exponentially, it's just gonna level out and go up. And remember, people say don't guess the market. Right, you can't guess. This virus, who knows how long it's going to stay. However, right now, what I can tell you is it's so crazy that whatever you do, it's going to be all right, because this was not one of those type of things. This is a great thing for a stock market too, because it reset. It did some corrections, basically. Some stocks weren't worth as much as they did. This really shows it. When you go look back at all these stocks that are worth $900, stuff like that, like Tesla and stuff like that, now it's going back at 4 or 5. Yeah, they're probably around 4. It's probably not a $900 stock back when. So they did a lot of resets on the pricing, and which is a great thing. Now you can go back where it's average, and now you can be like, hey, is this something you want to invest in? Is this one you want to invest in? For me, a quick tip for those who are already out here and listening. A quick tip. Hotels, airlines are down. Hotel, airlines, cruise ship, anything that's entertainment right now, all fucking down. And Marriott, The Wynn, Starbucks, Coke, Pepsi, Disney, theme parks, all that stuff down. Boeing down. Delta down, United down, Ford down, everything that's, the whole economy's, the whole thing down. However, this virus, once it's gone, you think people still gonna go vacation? They might stop a little bit. You think Mickey Mouse is gonna die? No, they got ESPN, they got stuff like that. Who would have thought Tom Brady was gonna go to the Tampa Bay? That's kind of crazy right there. However, this is your chance to kind of pick up those little things. I picked up Boeing, which is a huge company. Right, Boeing, they make airplanes, they make jets. Even though they have the the Air Max that went down. They're working their way. I just bought 2 shares of Lockheed Martin. You guys even know that's a defense contract? That's like fucking Tony Stark's right there. They're making F-35s. They're going down. They're covered by the government. They'll be fine. But their stock dropped as low as, what, 313 or something like that today, and I picked those up. Boom, on the rise. I picked up Tesla on the rise, on the drop. Came on the rise earlier this day. So things like that. Don't tell me there's not room to make mistakes. There's plenty of rooms to pocket yourself. Delta, Southwest, all that stuff. Things are going to operate. It's going to be slower. However, let's say you buy this and you go freeze. Let's say you have 200. Let's say you have $500 in the savings account. You're getting what? 0.9%, 1%. I don't know how many percent you get. Okay, I'll give you the benefit out. 0.29%. For $5,000, and how much is that? That's fucking nothing. It's change. However, you invest that in something that could be long term. Like if you invest, like I said, don't buy Booger Incorporated because it sounds cool. Go buy something like Boeing. Go buy something that's like Delta. Go buy something that's like J.P. Morgan. Things that you probably heard in Wall Street. Pick those up at like 30 to 25%, 50% off. And then right there, when it turns back up, you're getting almost 100% in return. It drives me crazy. That's why I didn't make these fucking videos for you guys. All right, pineapple. It's getting late, guys. I hope you guys enjoy my rant. For those who kind of just logged in and rewatched this, I think it's a great look. If you're looking to invest, if you're looking to find interesting stuff to do with your tennis, watch us because we're going to incorporate tennis along the way. We're a tennis business, so our plans this year was to show you the breakdown of a tennis business. We're going to tournaments, how much that costs on airlines, how much it costs to stay there, how much we get per racket, how many rackets we do. So it's going to be a business adventure 2020 if there's more of this. So anyway, peace out. Love you guys. Check out our video. Referral links is on our YouTube site, guys. Check out our YouTube. We have plenty of stuff on our YouTube. If you're just bored and just want to watch some random videos about tennis stringers and stuff like that, we have all our events there. Over like 60 videos probably. So Mains Across, Unstrung, Unfiltered. Go check us out there. Most of them have a referral link. The newer ones have referral links to like credit cards, stock market, stuff like that. So things you might need. Peace out, guys.